I recently put an article out about the importance of corporate security and how corporate security, for the first time in 30 years of my career, is really coming to the attention of the highest level of management, literally at the board level. And this is largely being kicked off, of course, by a very volatile security situation that we've had globally. We've had a number of fairly catastrophic events. And of late, a couple of weeks ago, we also experienced the gunning down of the United Healthcare CEO on the streets of New York. This, of course, creates a whole new risk landscape to many businesses. This absolutely sends shockwaves across many industries and many leadership teams who are now starting to realize that members of their executive and of their company are potentially at risk purely because of their association with the business. This is a whole new dynamic because, from a legacy perspective, we are quite used to having to protect people on the premises while they're at work executing work on behalf of the company. This is really important for us to understand, and this is a whole new change to that dynamic. This has also brought about a requirement by many businesses to maintain active monitoring of sentiment. As we know, sentiment monitoring has been used a lot in the past with regards to monitoring marketing, products, that type of thing. It's now important for organizations to understand what the public feels about the company and what potential risk that might expose not just the executives to, but any of their employees. And this is a completely new dynamic. And as I said, what it comes down to is that this has now become an imperative for the board. They're wanting to understand metrics, they're wanting to understand maturity, where are we coming from, where are we going to, and this is putting a lot of emphasis on security leaders to, for the first time, report, put their message across in a number of metrics that can be easily understood by senior management, and of course be shown to do the due diligence and be adhering to the duty of care that they are legally and morally obliged to deliver on. So this is a whole new dynamic for many in the security industry. This level of change is nothing new to our industry. It's a constant changing environment, extremely dynamic. And with the change, we adapt. Now, what does this mean for security managers going forward? We have a number of security frameworks, specifically in the cyberspace, NIST, ISO 27001, COBIT, that we use very much in cyber, and it's got physical components to it. But what we tend to lack generally is a corporate security framework. And what is it that senior management's going to want to see? They're going to want to see, what does your framework look like? They're going to want to see uniformity and consistency because I said before, we want to know where we're coming from, where we're going. And every time you go back to the board, go back to senior management, you should be able to illustrate your previous level of maturity, your current level of maturity, and where you are going. And to do that, we need to illustrate that risk and communicate that clearly, as well as use as many metrics as what is reasonably possible. And once again, here we're in a commercial environment. You want to link that to return on investment. If you need assistance with anything like this, give me a ring. I'd be happy to have a discussion and help you out. I'm doing a lot of this at the moment for a number of my clients.